Good morning. Okay, so check in with yourself. I'm going to do a nice little morning card reading just to see what it is that you may need to know as you move in through today. So we're going to start out with our Wise Animal Body Oracle deck. This is going to be great for nervous system regulation, okay? What does my viewer need to know right now today? Mindful movement. With this mindful movement card, obviously getting outside, paying attention to maybe not even just getting outside. I feel the need to pay attention to even just how you're brushing your teeth in the morning, like incorporating more mindfulness into your day, because when we are more conscious and mindful with our daily tasks even, then we are able to decrease our stress levels, decrease that cortisol that is within us that may be built up from the various stressors that we may be facing at the moment. And that's also kind of what I'm getting here as well, is like a lot of stress. With this red, all of these different colors, like this orangey color, it's just feeling like a big ball of like, at the beginning or the middle of the week, right? Because right now it's Wednesday. So there's a fan here, or that's what it looks like. To me, it looks like a fan, and it just looks like it's just going and going and like spinning. And so I think needing to take a moment today with your, just being more conscious, being more mindful of, your walking. Maybe you're walking somewhere, whether you work at an office or you work at home, walking to the bathroom, and just thinking about your breath, thinking about your those autonomic nervous system sort of things that you typically don't have to think about, like your breathing, your heart is beating, right? How you are swinging your arms, how your feet are moving, how they're touching the ground, kind of like those sorts of things. But really, it's just like any task that you're typically 222 doing mindlessly, be more mindful about it today. I think it can really help to decrease your levels of stress within your body. Okay, what else? This is the Yogic Path Oracle deck. Lots of yogic principles here, Ayurveda. Okay, so you got two cards. So the first one is going to be Bhakti, and the second one is Svadhisthana. All right, so with this card here, it's like awakening to something. There's these butterflies here, which is transformation, but I really want to, especially with this mindful movement card, and it's kind of interesting because like there's a little bit of pink here, and there's some pink on the card, there's a lot of orange on, and like some yellow on this card, so the colors are all just coming together. But with the mindful movement that you'll be partaking in today, it is extremely important for you to partake in that today, especially because I feel like it's going to kind of open up a portal in your mind of like next steps, and you're going to have a clearer mind and see what actions maybe that you should be taking next, especially when we talk about how much stress you're possibly under at the moment. Maybe it is creative stress. Maybe it is, I don't know, I'm kind of getting creative stress here. But also, I'm reading this book right now, okay? It's called The Immunotype Breakthrough, about boosting your immune system through, like diet, lifestyle changes, and your gut health is going to be an extremely important aspect of your immune health. And from your gut microbiota, as well as your stress levels, and then we can talk about sleep, but there's a need to kind of focus on that. Maybe even when you're eating, being conscious with the things that you're eating. But anyways, I don't want to get like entirely too off track. I hope that is making some sort of sense. But anyway, through that mindful movement, you're going to be able to kind of like open up and have a clearer mind, have more clarity on your creative direction, have more clarity maybe even on what foods possibly that you should be eating right now. Maybe being mindful while you're eating, like slowing down with your chewing, to help digestion better. I don't know. This is Svadhisthana, I believe, is the sacral chakra, so it's not like solar plexus energy. It's not solar plexus energy, yeah. So it's the sacral chakra. So I'm gonna read this here, okay? Sacral chakra, the chakra of creativity, abundance, and pleasure. Let these words be your mantra. Find what fills your cup and pour it all over the canvas of life. This is the time to put your creative projects first, the very ones you've had on the shelf for months. This is also the time to work on shifting your relationship with money and see it as an energetic tool that can bring you great freedom. This is also the time to focus on pleasure, what makes you feel turned on. Learn more about the Tantra and cultivate Shakti, the divine feminine energy within. Dance around your living room and luxuriously oil your body. Treat yourself the way you would a lover, for you are your life's greatest love. So yeah, with that mindful movement, opening up clarity for creativity. I still want to have a focus. Like if you're eating something today and you're typically like a really fast eater, slow down and be mindful with like your chewing, because even though this is not the solar plexus, which would be like, you know, like your gut health and everything, there is still a need to focus on that. Like this energy is actually radiating around that entire kind of like region. So I want to still have that. And even here, this butterfly, it is a yellow butterfly. The girls on the side of the picture, it's like fluttering up. This butterfly fluttering up, and with this yellow butterfly, yellow is going to rule the solar plexus chakra. So having, you know, like a little bit of like gut transformation, I feel like it's just, I don't know why it's so important to tell you right now. It's unclear, but it'll help with clarity within your mind, okay? And let's see what crystal can be beneficial for you today. Your message to keep in mind from this crystal deck. Oh, hold on. I don't know where that was. Okay. Kali, please, madam. All right, so you got two. Okay, so we have Solicite. Solicite actually came out, it's been coming out a lot over the last like few days in the readings, as well as Copper. Okay, so Solicite, diving into your dreams with the mindful movement. If you're walking somewhere, maybe even having like the thoughts of, I don't know, maybe like, I want to say daydreaming as you're walking. If you are walking outside, taking in the beauty of the trees or the scenery that is around you. Yeah, and with the clarity also that you're going to be able to receive from having more mindfulness within your day, and also focusing on your gut health, because that will provide clarity for you as well. There is the gut-brain connection. More clarity on your dreams and where it is that you want to go for those next steps. Okay, I think again, opening up that world, opening up kind of like that portal per se. Okay, and the other card is Copper. Copper, energize your whole world is what it says on here. Okay, if you're thinking, but copper isn't a crystal, indeed, you are a genius. Copper is a metal, but it's such a powerful energy conductor and component of so many of our favorite stones, such as chrysocolla, which is going to be good for your throat chakra, malachite, and turquoise. And honestly, all of those are really kind of like throat chakra, also heart chakra energy. Component of so anyhow, anyone who needs the proverbial defibrillator paddles is who it's good for. And it's when to use it when it's time to pack up an old idea of who you are and ship it out for good. Move on, renewed with Copper. So I think overall with the energies of these cards here, because we have lots of like orange like energy as well. The channels for creativity, more clarity being opened up for you. And even my nails are kind of like, they're not orange, but opening up that creativity for you so that way you can move forward. So just be more mindful today. I love you and I will talk to you soon. Mwah.